Good morning, student. This is the fifth and last part of the chapter Food Security in India. In this section, we will continue to have critical analysis of the current status of public distribution system, the topic which we started in the previous part but we couldn't complete it. So if you remember, we made our discussion in the first part, in the previous part, that public distribution system, ever since it has been introduced, it has remained fruitful for the people of the country as well as for the government to ensure food security. uh, it has remained also very helpful that now there is no starvation, death or hunger like situation or famine like situation in any part of the country. In spite of that, there are various large scale failure of the crops, there are some adverse weather condition leading to the shortfall of the food production in one area or the other area. But through this PDS system, government could ensure that food can be supplied to the deficit area from those states where there has remained good supply of the food product. So government has taken from the states where there has been surplus to those states, and food security has been arranged in the deficit area. There has been one more advantage of the public distribution system, that government could successfully stabilize the prices whenever there was some doubt and some fear was there that prices of essential goods in the open market can go up against the interest of the common people. Through their buffer stocks, through their FCI granaries, government has made sufficient supply to fulfill the shortcomings in the market, so then prices remain stable and people interest are not going to get affected. But it is not only that public distribution system has only the positive side, student. There are certain shortcomings, few I could discuss in the previous section. Like, one of the biggest advantage of the biggest disadvantage of the Food Corporation of India uh, keeping the stock more than the buffer norm is that it is letting to the wastage of resources, because some food, it has been observed, is either being rotten away or being eaten by the rats. There is another problem, that keeping such a high amount of food stock within the granaries, sometimes find that there is not enough space, and then it is transportation cost, because government uh, keep paying to those transportation services for keeping the granaries and letting their vehicles on the standby, against which government used to pay a lot. And then it is also not safe to keep the food grains in the vehicles for a longer period of time, like truck or the other heavy vehicles which are supposed to bring only the food grain, not to keep it for the longer period of time. Many times we used to see on the news channel, student, that there are long queue of the truck keeping the all food grains, because there is not sufficient space in the food grain to keep the food grain in the FCI granaries. This is a kind of shortage. This is a kind of wastage of the resources. Because food grain is such an important essential product that wastage, nothing serious could be more than the wastage of these resources. Instead of this, what government could have done, that government could have sold the extra in surplus production or exported the extra production to other countries, and could have generated the resource for the benefit of the society and the farmers also. Now moving to further problems, as we have discussed through the graph 4.2, in 2004, 2014, as per your textbook, it is written that there was 65.3 million ton of wheat and rice, which was more than the buffer norms of the country, and this can be considered as the wastage of the resource. It is not advisable. We can jump to this conclusion that it is not advisable to keep such a high amount of food grain, which is much higher than the buffer norms. We should keep only that amount which can be utilized whenever there is a adversity or situation, like when the crop failure do take place, or in any other any part of the country some famine like situation exists. But we should not keep such a high amount. However, your book has also mentioned that through the various program, recently government has distributed lot of food grains to ensure that it is not going to get wastage. That's again very important, student. Reason is that if government successfully do this, it will not require to make the spending on the storage cost, on the transportation cost. Reason is that more and more food, there are more and more food grain keep lying in the or remaining in the food granaries of the Food Corporation of India, may be causing trouble for the either for the wastage or if the high running cost. There is another reason of the higher MSP. These days it has been a discussion that we should stop or we should freeze the MSP, minimum support price, for the farmers for few years at least, because it is also causing various concern. Number one concern is this: MSP has raised the maintenance cost by the government for procuring food in the granaries, and that is how it is the one wastage. Along with, already I said that wastage is added with the storage, high storage cost and high transportation cost. There is another problem, student. It has been observed that most of the wheat and rice producing state has exerted pressure on the central government to increase the MSP for the farmers and procure the food grains in their granaries. But it has brought the kind of problem like farmers have diverted all their land for the production of wheat and rice because it is more profitable, but they have ignored the production of jowar and bajra, which is a staple diet of the poor and equally required for attaining the food security. There is another problem that there has been lot of water used for these crop. Farmers, for the sake of making larger profit, has started using the modern farming method. We have discussed in the story of village Palampur. High yielding variety seeds have been used, fertilizer has been used, causing the pollution of the soil. And as we discussed, that high yielding variety seed needs plenty of water for the better productivity. So extraction of the water has taken place. As a result, there is a downfall in our village area, which is again not a very good indication. However, National Sample Survey Organization has issued a data in this regard that, as per their report number 558, that there is a trend now between 2004-5 onwards until 2011-12 that the per month consumption of per person in rural as well as in urban area for wheat and rice has been declining. It means that such amount of wheat and rice through the public distribution system is not taken, which will create another problem because excess of food granaries will remain, and there are chances of it remaining to the wastage or being eaten by the rats. Moving to another point, that there are another situation like corruption among the PDS dealer. We used to read a lot in the newspaper that there has been corruption in the system. Like let me tell you what kind of corruption can take place over in the system. Like it has been observed that PDS dealer do not open shop regularly so that the needy people can come and can avail the facility. Second reason is, student, that they divert the good quality food grains to the open market. There is a nexus between the open market and PDS dealer. That good quality grain has been transferred to the open market and the poor quality grain has been supplied through this. As a result, what happened that the larger number of people have not have stopped going to the ration shop to take the food grains, and this led to the piling up of huge stock in the food granaries of the Food Corporation of India. One more reason has been mentioned as a negativity of the public distribution system, that when there was in the beginning, when there was a equal distribution, universal distribution among all the people, larger section of the people were availing the facility from the public distribution shop. But ever since now we have ever since the system of the different ration card has been introduced, like one for the above poverty line section, one for the below poverty line, and third category is for the Antyodaya. It has been observed that the well-off section has stopped going to the ration shop because under the facilities of for the above poverty line, they are not getting a kind of very good discount compared to the market price. So they prefer to go to the market price with the suitable timing. For a ration shop, we must be knowing that there is a fixed time, but for going to the open market and purchasing the things of your requirement from early 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock midnight, all the grocery shops and shopping malls are open. So why to go when there is not a good profit for getting the food articles from the public distribution shop? That is why one more thing has happened, that because more number of people are not taking from the PDS due to the corruption of the PDS dealer or due to the less profit for the APL families, huge amount of food grain are available without making suitable use. Because of this, we can say that there has been a mixed target what has been achieved through the public distribution system. There are definitely some benefit in the process of achieving the food security, but at the same time we need to overcome some of the problem. We need to think that do we need to keep giving the higher MSP? Instead of this, government should think that if productivity has taken place, they should not only issue these things at the issue prices which are lesser than the MSP, rather they should think of the option that whatever surplus means more than what is available in the country above the buffer norms should be exported and good money can be generated. That would be more viable option for the country. Moving to the last section of this chapter, that is role of the cooperatives in the food security. So student, there is no doubt that various cooperatives also work in the country and they have played wonderful role, especially in the western and southern part of the country. They used to run various shops through which they provide essential articles at a affordable and cheap prices. This is remarkable that in Tamil Nadu, out of the public distribution shop, 94% shops are run by these cooperatives and they are running in a very successful manner that is helpful for the poor people in the Tamil Nadu region. That is why you have read in the earlier part that the PDS system has remained very successful in the Tamil Nadu region. Similarly, in Delhi, there is Mother Dairy, which is selling the milk and vegetable at a controlled price. This controlled price is determined by the government of Delhi. There is another example from the Gujarat, that is the Amul, which is dealing with the dairy products, selling the milk and milk related product, and also its founder has remained one of the person who can be given credit of creating the white revolution in the country. So Amul has been doing a very good job over the last 40-50 years in ensuring that the essential goods like milk and milk related product are going to be available for the common people across the country. And in Maharashtra there are Academy of Development Science, which has also made grain bank and ensured that in different parts of the Maharashtra people can avail the grains in the time of need through these grain bank. It is not only that, they have also invested their resources for capacity building program in different parts of the Maharashtra, so that in the better manner these services through the cooperatives, these services means the providing of the basic foodstuffs can be provided to all the people. So there is no doubt that country has done a lot in achieving food security in India. There was time when country was supposed to be in a state when there was not good enough food for fulfilling everyone's requirement, but over these 10 to 15 years we have seen a good growth. However, in some area there are requirement of improvement, like PDS system has to be made more effective. We should overcome the problem of corruption. We should make sure that the buffer norm is required to be, there has to be food grain up to the buffer norm, but beyond that if it exists, instead of investing it on the transportation cost or in the on the storage cost, it is better that it should be sold to those country where there is deficit of the food grain and get some money from that, so the resources will be generated for the coming year, and farmer government will not remain in the loss. Rather, government will be in a better state to help out the poor people, be it our farmer or the poor section of society. Student, now you have the question answer from the exercise section. I don't think you will have problem. If it exists, do discuss with your subject teacher in your classroom. Thanks a lot, student.